Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, channel leaders, welcome to another episode of Tatami Talk. My name is Juan, typical partner Anthony. This is Judo Podcast for Judo players by two Judo players. Anthony, how you doing?
Not good, man. Not good.
Not good? You're not good? Are you lonely already?
Yeah, we had to say goodbye to 3 of our members recently. They're moving. Well, one of them moved back to Japan. We knew that was coming for since he came here.
Yeah, there's already the end date.
We became really close friends. Like, he stayed with me. I went to Japan with him and traveled with him. But I'm going to see him again in November, so that's great. Then we have another 2 students are leaving.
November? I thought you were going to Japan in October. Are you going to Japan in November?
November.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to clear that up with somebody then.
And then, as you know, I've been having knee issues again. So my physical therapist says it's probably not a big thing. It's probably just a neurological thing, because that's kind of been a problem I've been having. But I'd schedule an appointment with my surgeon, again, just to make sure. He's probably going to ask for imaging. But my wife's company changed their insurance, so now I have a high deductible insurance. So, yeah,
sorry about that.
I know. So it's just a lot of annoying stuff. But they try to fit me in like really fast. So I'll see him was it this week? Next week. So yeah. But in the meantime, I'm just like lifting weights again, just pushing, not as hard in judo, but pushing, try and push harder my rehab a little bit more harder. So the knee's been feeling fine. So but again, I don't know when it's gonna lock. Like the other day, I was sitting there and it locked. But
You told me that it locked and a bunch of parents heard it locked in class.
Oh yeah. So, no, they didn't hear. They heard me popping it back in. Yeah. So the kids didn't notice it, but the parents did, I think. Anyway, yeah. So it is what it is. Getting old. So
Tis life, man. Tis life. Things happen. Like we were just talking before the show about things that are happening in my life right now.
yeah.
Just a lot of craziness happened. One thing I will tell the public that I can't open up about is that my pops,
Knee issues also.
Yeah, he has knee issues. He has knee replacements and stuff. Badass karate guy and stuff. Happens to all of us, you know. They all have replacement stuff. I've been told I'm gonna need surgery for certain things in my life, but I've been just pushing off.
Yeah.
I'm held together with like silly string and duct tape, you know. There's some bubblegum and duct tape, so I'm held together.
You don't have any locking happening, right?
My knees will pop sometimes, but never lock. Never, I can't ever lock and stuff. But also, you know how flexible I am. I'm very big on my flexibility and stuff, always doing things that I stay active. Like I'm doing my CrossFit stuff again, because before it was hurting my shoulders if I was doing it too much. And so I tried doing it 3 times this week, and I pushed myself in. Saturday morning, I was feeling it. I was like, okay, so I think 3 times a week might be too much. Can definitely do it once a week, maybe twice, but 3 might be too much. But it's just, I'd rather, you know how I am. I lift weights because it's boring to me. I'd much rather be like flipping the tires, swinging the sledgehammer, doing other stuff that's more active. But apparently, since I'm getting older, I gotta lift more weights again. So I'm doing that. But yeah, so like my pops is gonna have emergency knee surgery. He's had a very bad knee infection from his last surgery. He's have surgery on Thursday. So I was told Thursday. So by the time this episode come out, he should have already had a surgery. Everything's good. Yeah, it's surgery. It's like we've had it. We both had surgery and stuff, and he's had plenty of surgery. So it's just a little nerves, you know, with stuff like that.
Yeah, it's always. I mean, people don't understand. There's always a risk of surgery, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
Hey, when I had my shoulder done, I was supposed to be in and out. They told me you have a surgery, you can leave that day. They didn't keep me overnight and stuff. I was like, I'm in a hospital. I'm in a jail.
Yeah.
This is being in jail. Oh my God, I can't leave.
I mean, personally, I've seen 2 times where surgeries have gone terribly wrong, and 1 time where it was after surgery, like complications that went really wrong. So a lot of times it's just small things, you know. But it's for the ones I know, is always like a small thing and turns into a big thing, infection or something. So.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing with my pops, his knee and stuff. Like he went to go visit one of my uncles, one of my karate uncles. And I guess after they worked out, they went to the jacuzzi, and my uncle was like, Mike, what is up with your knees? Like, what? It always looks like, dude, that is infected. You need to go to the hospital now. So he went to my stepmom made him get emergency, see a doctor and stuff. They drained the knee. They said we need to drain it to get the x-rays. You know how it is. And they did it. They said, yeah, it's something's bad inside. We need to take it out, clean it up, and redo it. So, but so that's happening with us right now. Let's talk about some good stuff now. It got me all emotional, sad shit. So last weekend we went to the Nikkei Games. The Nikkei Games is a very interesting, cool tournament where they have karate, kendo. We talked a little about it last episode. Karate, kendo, and judo up in the same time. Okay. Now that the tournament's already ended, I'm going to say this. I'm going to openly say this. I hate this tournament. It is most tournament I hate most out of all the tournaments.
Are you sure you want to say that out loud?
I don't give
I actually like it. It's not.
Because you left, dude. You left.
No, I was there for the last. This is the first year where I left early.
Yeah, and this is like one of the first years. I think I didn't go last year because I hate.
Actually, I didn't go. I had an appointment last year. I showed up early, but I stayed late. Yeah,
I didn't go last year because I hate this tournament so much. But because we had so many teams in this team division, I had to go to help coach. And luckily, we had Matt there with you, and you were there in the morning and stuff, so it ran pretty smoothly. Even in the afternoon when it was just me and Philippe and Matt, still ran pretty smooth. But we had a bunch of people go in the morning. We had a couple teams go in the afternoon, and that was it. Like we were like always. I think our kid, I don't want to say his name because I don't want people looking much weirdos and stuff, but I think our kid, like always, is the last match of the day. I think we were like one of the first matches of the day, and we were the last match of the day, like always.
That's what we get for bringing people, right, to show up to the.
Seriously, karate's gone, kendo's cleaning up, judo's still going, Hollywood judo's still fighting, but we did well. We had 5 gold, 1 silver, and some of our other teams that fought very well. Like teams got messed up. People are fighting people that are heavier than them. Teams got split up and messed up and stuff. No one knew.
They were giving the wins to the wrong people.
They were giving wins to the wrong people for some reason. There was one time I was freaking out because they didn't fix the board, so they had like the same match go like 3. So they had 3 different matches go, but they kept on the same name.
Let's keep it positive.
I am positive. This is very positive, Anthony.
Overall, I like the idea of a team tournament format. I was actually talking to my wife about it just now because I was watching the French Pro League. Like they have a Judo Pro League, so I was watching like their team format. I was like, man, this is so cool. Obviously, they have more experience running it. They have more mat space. They have more spectators, and it's more organized. And they actually have actual teams, not just like groups of people thrown together. So it's like they're preparing for that format, right? It's not just like, hey, let's randomly make a team and do it. Yeah. Also, like, Victor, one of my students that I talk about coaching, he competes in like a quintet format in BJJ that's regularly held in like kind of like a promotional format. Like you have to buy tickets to go watch in a space, and that's really well run. Like, so.
Well, I think one of the things that screws over this tournament every year is that, one, I guess Smooth Comp wasn't built for a 3-man tournament. And 2...
that's why I didn't want to get into. Like, a lot of the stuff just does not make sense to me.
And the last thing I'm going to say, okay, my last complaint, I promise, my last complaint, we only have 2 mats. They could fit 3. They could definitely fit 3 because we've done 3 before, but they only have 2 mats.
When they fit 3, the mats were smaller. Yeah.
Make smaller fighting area then. Okay. I don't care.
Okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna. Yeah, we can talk about that for hours. I mean, it's nothing new. In the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's any worse than any other tournament. I mean, Golden State, we were there for like whole day. Not some of the other local tournaments. I was there for 13 hours.
I don't know. Just something about this tournament just always drags me. But other than that, like, I'm proud of our guys. I'm proud of our girls. Our girls are freaking amazing. I'm so proud of these ladies.
Yeah. I'll sum up in one sentence. Like they literally could not figure out who won. Like, and I gave up. I'm pretty sure some of our guys won medals, but it was so annoying that I knew some dojos just in 1 second or first place and then didn't know and they just left.
Yeah,
we were waiting around for them to come get the medals. And I mean, one of our guys definitely got second place, but he's like, "How did I win all my matches except for one, but we got last? Like how?" So, but then they couldn't tell because there's no names on it. So we just gave up and we're just like, whatever. You guys did our guys did amazing actually. Even though it's not reflected on the medal count or the placing because of how messed up the system was. But I was really happy with the performance of our guys and girls.
I was happy with our performance with our guys, our girls, everyone, our kids, our teens. It was like one of the kids I was joking with his dad the other day when he showed the dojo that, hey, technically, even though he only fought in the morning tournament, he was part of the nighttime tournament too, the nighttime team. And since the nighttime team took first, technically he took first place as well.
Yeah, I mean, let's not talk about it.
All right, so let's go with some other news. So last night was a UFC event. It was UFC 330. The big main event was Islam Makhachev versus Ian Gary. I'm going to talk about Islam because Islam is a judo player, judo guy. He won his match by unanimous decision. I think it was unanimous decision. He won by decision. I know that much. I forgot how he won, but it was won by decision. People were talking because like, oh, this 55ers having a hard time with 70 pounders. It doesn't matter. He's still controlling for the most part. He got some beautiful throws. That's beautiful koshiguruma, which I thought he was into koshiguruma, into the Tatami, into the armbar. And it was right there, but he decided not to do it. And I like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I only watched the highlights clips, and after you mentioned to me, I didn't watch the fight, and I saw the Koshiguruma Nikesa, and then I saw him kind of grab the arm, and it got cut off. The highlight, I was like, oh, did he finish it? Like
he was going. I was like, it's right there, just right there. Just go for it. But he decided to turn over into Kamishio Tatami instead. Then another,
he wants to do his Dars stroke, right?
Exactly. Yes, that's what they're saying. No, he wants to do his Dars. So like, it's right there though. Had some really good single leg, double legs. He had that beautiful combo that I like to do, where he had a single leg and went with that Ochigari to take him down. Beautiful sweep, nice. But I think he did maybe one more judo kind of sweep or throw. But those are the two main ones he did. But he used a judo, controlled him, almost knocked Ian Gary out in the second round. But Ian Gary stood his ground. They went all 5 rounds. Good fight for the most part to watch. But now everyone's saying, is Islam big enough? Is he strong enough to fight these guys at 170? Because, he went with, oh my gosh, the other guy's name, the former champion, Australian dude.
Barboza?
No. I want to say JDM, is that his name?
Justin Poirier?
No, that's 55.
Dustin Poirier. And
I think it was JDM, whatever. But he went all 5 rounds with him. Now he went all 5 rounds with Gaethje. Was he going to have me fight some of the bigger guys at 170 now? Is he going to control them? What's he going to do against those guys? But it's going to be interesting. He also now holds a record for the most consecutive wins in a row. So the longest winning streak was 17. And he was saying in interviews before that his goal is to get 20 in a row. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
Because that's 3 more fights. But yeah, check it out. That was a good fight for the most part. I enjoyed it. I know some people don't want to watch like a full 5-round fight, but I enjoyed it. Other matches had some good undercard stuff. The women's fight was okay. It was not the best in my opinion. Kind of boring, but it is what it is.
I mean, that's kind of, everything you just described, like one fight was good and then the rest was like, it's basically what I've been saying about why I don't watch.
No, the undercard wasn't that bad. There were some good finishes and stuff. Some good knockouts. It was good. It was overall good. It's just like, I don't think the show wowed me amazingly, but it is. Like I said, it is what it is. So that was the UFC event. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we get into the main topic?
No. Let's go.
No?
Let's move on to it.
All right, so
it'll be another short episode, hopefully. So
this probably be another short episode. Yeah. Did we get any complaints about how short the last one was?
I did get a couple people who tend to like to listen to us while they're driving.
Oh, they're like, this isn't enough for me to drive
in LA traffic specifically.
This barely got me to the freeway.
Yeah, we're not gonna drag stuff on.
We're trying not to. That was a big complaint that we dragged it too long. Yeah, we dragged too long. Now we're trying to make it shorter.
But then and then there was a time where we felt like we were compressing it too much. So we're just going to go with whatever the flow is, basically.
We're not going to add too much into this if there's nothing to talk about. But it's funny, Anthony did bring up that Pro League because I wanted to talk about that, do some research on it, but we'll not be for a later time. If you're a member of USJA, you got an email about a new app that they put out.
Okay? For those who actually sign up for USJA.
For those that actually sign up for those of you that sign up for USJA, there's an app that you can download now. It is called JudoPedia. It is an app that they put out. And this is something that's not, I want to say not special because I've gotten other people, parents, students send me apps that are very similar to this and ask my opinion on it.
Oh, actually? Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They're very similar to this kind of thing that have that teach all these things. So, okay, so they came out with this new app, JudoPedia. On there, you are supposed to, it's study guides covering the techniques and the language and vocabulary needed for your judo ranks, okay, for your testing. It is also going to have interactive games for you to engage with to become a better judo player. I don't know what the games you're going to do, match the Gite there or something. Anthony's going to talk about that stuff. He went over that, okay? They're also going to have videos demonstrating the techniques for each demonstrating your techniques for your exam, which I think is actually a very good one right there, because that means this is what USJA wants you to do and how they want it done. Actually, I think it's one of the better parts right there. And the last part is just it will be set according to belt ranks. Now you're not just looking up stuff like I need to learn Taitoshi.
That belt rank adds to USJA's system.
Yes, to USJA's belt system because it's their app,
Yeah.
So like I said, I've had people send me these apps before about Sensei, what do you think about this? And it's just someone's app where they have the throws on there. They have belt ranks, a little bit of history and techniques. I'm like, if that's what you need, that's what you like, go ahead, do it. I'm old school. I'll look up just stuff directly and look up how the Kodokan does it on their website, or how Jimmy Pedro has it on his, or how Neil Adam has it on his site, how he likes to do it. And then we always go back to what Philippe wants. So USJA put this app out there, trying, I think, to make it easier and more unified, that this is the style that we want. These are the throws that you have to learn for these belt ranks that we want you to go through. These are the throws we want you to do and the way we want you to teach them and have them done. So, Anthony, you actually download the app to try it out.
You didn't download it?
No, I didn't download. What you told me you had to do, I was like, screw this.
I thought you downloaded it. That's why I'm like, oh, now I have to download it to test it out.
I got him. So, Anthony, you downloaded it. And for the first things you told me when you downloaded was like, it doesn't connect to our USJA account. USJA account. I have to create a new email account to use this thing.
My biggest turnoff for apps or websites is if they need you to make an account for no good reason. This falls under one of those things. Like when I first downloaded it, the first thing it asked me was to sign up for an account. I'm like, why do I need an account for this?
Like I can get it if it connected to your USJA account, so it knows your belt rank. It knows. It knows.
But I'm telling you, the first pop up though, my first thing that I thought was, why would why do I need to do this? And not in a negative way, because first of all, I'm just like, how do I word this? I'm trying to not shit on it fully. Usually, if it needs an account, it's like storing some sort of progress or on an account, so you can store it locally on your phone or store it on the cloud, and they're going to use it for something like to connect to other apps or something. Or maybe, like, for example, maybe you can apply for a rank promotion by passing a test on the app or something. That would make sense to have an account, right? But then it will also make sense if it actually used your USJA account.
Exactly. We're talking about why is it not connected. When you told me that, I was like,
we know why it's not. I don't know exactly why it's not connected, but I'm not going to talk about it because we know why it's not connected. You have to make a separate account. So when I first opened it, I'm like, okay, if I were not doing this for the podcast, I'll just uninstall it. And I've done this for other apps where it asks me to make an account, I just uninstall it.
Yeah. Totally understandable.
Yeah. So so I was like, okay, I need to review this. So maybe there is a reason that they're making me make an account. So because I told you I was doing this in bed, like right before bed. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta make a throwaway email and all that kind of stuff. I gotta do that on my computer. So I just had to wait till the next weekend before I did it. So I made a throwaway email and made the account, and there's basically no good reason for it to have your email. So I don't know what he's doing with the email accounts. Maybe there's a future feature planned, or they're just collecting emails or whatever, or maybe it's like my newsletter where I just want people to go climb a hurdle to get the information for people who really want it. But I don't think that's the point of them making the app. They actually want to make this accessible, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what they say in the email. They want it to be accessible for everyone to use it.
Yeah. Making
instructors and students.
Putting it behind a sign up is not accessible. But anyway, that's my initial impression of it. I was going to ask you what you thought, but you didn't download the app.
So how was the user experience? How was the interface?
The first thing I wanted to know was whether this was vibe coded or not. If you don't know what vibe coded means, look it up. I don't want to get into the ethical and the ethical reasons behind that, but because I don't think it matters in this case. It's more of a personal thing. But for me, if I'm giving you my email, whether you vibe coded it or not matters, because there could be some security problems, and if you're not technical, then there's if you're not technical, then it's very likely there's some security problems, right?
See, and then you wonder why I didn't download this thing. All right, you tell me all this now.
But I have safeguards on my phone, so I have a burner phone for this.
All I got is DuckDuckGo. Okay, that's all I got.
Yeah. But I looked up the developer. He works in enterprise software and stuff. So I'm like, okay, maybe he used AI assist. So I differentiate between vibe coding and AI assisted development, right? So maybe he used AI assistance, so it's fine. But I can't really tell, but by looking at it, because just like text, when you read someone how they write the text, and there's the M marks and stuff like that, you can tell when it's written by AI. And we're seeing it everywhere on all the advertisements and stuff like that for all these tournaments and Facebook. There's a lot of AI slop on coaching and judo. And
so much right now. It's so annoying.
but the app does not look vibe coded or AI slop in that sense. But I'll tell you a story. So I'm a DevOps engineer, right? But so I know a bit of everything. But my wife is actually an app developer. That's her main job for like almost a decade now. So she actually asked me like, "Oh, what are you guys going to talk about in the next episode of the podcast?" And I'm like, "You never asked me this, so why?" But it just so happened she asked. So I told her like, "Oh, it's going to be about this app," and she's like, "Oh, really? I'm interested," because she wants to like look at it. That's her job. So I gave her my phone and she tried to play around with it. And the first thing she noticed that I didn't even notice was the search is broken.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you open and let me define broken. So if you open the app and then you go, first thing on the top is a search bar, and then you enter the search bar, the keyboard pops up, right? And then you start typing. It'll actually, if you don't type fast enough, it'll actually autocomplete like what the next so if I type in Uchi, it'll close my keyboard and then pop up Ochigari, Kochigari, Uchimata, like all the search results. But I'm like, I didn't type Uchimata fast enough, so it basically popped up all those search results. And now
that's interesting.
Yeah, it will close my keyboard. Let me do it right now. Yeah, close my keyboard, and then I see Kochigari, Ochigari, Uchimata, and then I can't like type anymore. Like I can only pick from those three. So if I, let's say, had a typo in there, I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to type Uchi. I meant to type Soto because I had a brain fart or something. Then now I got to close out of it and go back. It's not a big deal if you like just back and then type again. But if the search doesn't work, I don't know why you implement it and put it up top, basically.
Yeah.
So that's
because they want you to search, man. They want you to go by your belt rank. So you should have gone to black belts and.
Yeah. So that's one thing that's not working, right? I'll quickly go over some cosmetic stuff that my wife said. Again, I didn't tell my wife whether I hate it or like it or not when she said this. I just told her that's what we're talking about. Yeah. So she was like, "Oh, the pixels here aren't aligned, and like the scroll. Why does it have a scroll when there's only 3 boxes?" Like so those are the things she noticed from a professional point of view. So she said it's very unprofessional. I'll just leave it at that because to me, I'm like, I don't really care. Like, I'm like, if it's like 2 pixels off or it cuts off somewhere, I don't really care as long as it's usable, right? So she downloaded it on her iPhone because I have an Android, and apparently the same issue there. So,
oh yeah, so that's something people know that it is available on Android and Apple devices.
Yeah, So for me, I just cared more about the function and the information that's on it and everything. Man, where should we start?
Okay, so I asked you about how to interact and how the interface was.
Yeah.
You let me know about that. Did you try watching the videos for the demonstration?
Yes. So I'm trying to stay positive because it's free. Like that's the thing.
That's one thing we did talk about at the beginning. I should have put out. It is free. It is free and open for anyone else to use.
If you give them your email or a fake one.
Email, yes.
So the videos are recorded by the USJA president. It's recorded by USJA president and someone else. But let's just say I don't. You know how I say we don't make technique videos, really, because especially if there's stuff out there that's already shown.
Yeah,
I don't know why you wouldn't just use the Kodokan videos. Maybe for licensing
licensing. That is a big one right there. But it's also, this is how we want it done with our guys. I totally get this. That part
that's probably why. Like, for example, the technique of the day is Kochigari right now. That's not how I would show it. It's not incorrect, but that is not how I would show it. That's not how the Kodokan shows it. So I don't know if you can, like, quote unquote, say you're teaching Kodokan Judo if that's not what you're showing.
Did they say they're teaching Kodokan Judo?
I mean, most places say they are. So I don't know. There's some other stuff I wasn't a fan of how Sumi Otoshi was shown, for example. I wasn't a huge fan of that. I didn't go through every single one. I only went through a few of them. So I just really don't see a need for that. So I get it. You want your own. And I talked to a lot of business owners that actually was like always asking me, "Oh, I want to make my own app." I'm like, "Yeah, but there's stuff out there that you can use." And they're like, "No, but I want something that's my own." So
yeah, exactly.
I kind of get that mentality. But I can't imagine how much work was put into this because recording that, I can tell recording that stuff took a lot of time and effort.
Yeah.
But I personally wouldn't look at it. I would just, no, seriously. Like, why would I look at the USJA one when the Kodokan one is there.
I totally see this for beginners, citrus colors, and we talked about this before. If you're an instructor in a small town or a place that doesn't have someone else you can talk to, I can absolutely see this. Yeah, but this is, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I'm defending USJA right now. I can't believe I'm going to do this. Okay. Just want to check, make sure I'm not sick. This is what they want. This is how they want it done, their style for their thing.
Okay.
So this is what, like I said, I totally get that. But I totally get where you're coming from too. So it's like, we'll just use the Kodakons. Just go to the Kodakon's website. Just go to the Kodakon's YouTube.
Yes. You know? So let me add on to that, right? So you remember I still have this plan. I was going to make an internal video for our students, right? And it would come with explanations. Yeah. So the Kodakan has like two versions, like the more modern one now that you see. The both of them have blue backgrounds, but the more modern one, and there's an old one from the 80s, I think. It's kind of, you can see the video is kind of 480p resolution. Yeah. I always tell people, don't look at the modern one, look at the 480p resolution one, older one, because one, in my opinion, the techniques will demonstrate clearer, and two, and it says a lot. It's some 480p compared to 1080p, it's more clear. And two, they come with explanations, like. They actually say like, oh, this technique is done this way because of this. There's these variations. The mechanic is this. Versus the modern Kodakan one doesn't have any explanations. And even some of the videos where they have the explanations, they're like, what's the difference between Sumigaishi and Hikikomi Gaishi? Like, if you look at it, they're literally just saying like, look at these two videos. That's the difference. They don't really fully. They kind of explain it without really explaining it, basically. So I feel like if you're going to make your own videos, it needs to also come with explanations. But this is just like this, again, just demonstrating a technique with no words, no explanations at all. So
they didn't explain anything, just show the technique.
Yeah.
Do they show from multiple angles or just like one straight on angle?
Let me check now because I kind of fast forward through it. I think it's multiple angles. No, it's just one angle twice. First time is regular speed, and second time is slow motion.
Okay.
And some of the, I know for a fact that some of the techniques, there's an explanation underneath, but for this video, Kochigari, there is no explanation, right? It says the technique explained is totally blank. Also, it tells you what the translation is of the throw name. And
I was going to ask that next because they said thing about judo language. So what's that part?
So I want to talk about that more in depth because I think that's where the main problem I have with the app is, or just not the app. Just the main problem I have overall. But for example, here it also says the English phonetic, like Kohoochee, like how to pronounce it. I'm like, you have an app with a video. Why don't you just say it with an audio, or even add like a text to speech?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I was just about to say, that's what I live on nowadays now.
Yeah, but that's the videos, right? They also had like vocab and history trivia, like when was Kodokan founded? What country was it? Like that kind of stuff.
That's the fun game part, I guess. The interactive game part.
I mean, it's just a quiz thing. So, yeah. So, do you want to go into like that vocabulary and study flashcards and all that kind of stuff, or?
I guess that's what. I don't know what they use. How do they do it?
They have a Let's Learn module, and it's organized by belt rank. For example, yellow belt. What is the name of your judo organization? United States Judo Association. I don't know why you need to know that for a yellow belt, but
what's your Danjikai? All right, I got black belts that don't know that.
Who is the founder of judo? What is the name of the school he founded? Kodokan. What is the date of the founding of judo? What are the two principles of judo? That I think is pretty important. How long have unarmed combat martial arts been practiced in Japan?
Forever.
600 to 1,000 years. Like some of these questions I don't blame them. It's straight out. Apparently, it's straight out of the USJA curriculum, right? So I was wondering, like, I don't remember seeing any of this, and I went through the USJA website many times, so I actually had to actively go look for it. Yeah, and it was not. Let me just say, maybe it's not just me. Well, actually, I sent it to a couple other people with no context, and I was like, hey, can you find me the USJA belt curriculum for XYZ, right? For this rank. And I'm not the only one that had trouble finding it.
Okay.
So maybe instead of spending time on this app, you could just make the website more accessible and tell people to go to the website.
Maybe bring it on the pull down menu, like what's required for each belt rank of knowing the throws and all that.
Yeah, and also it has a flashcard system here, which is okay. It functions okay, but I would just there's Anki. For those who don't know Anki, that's what like med school students use, and I use to learn Japanese and stuff. And it's an open source flashcard tool, which uses like space repetition algorithm, which I don't think this actually uses, by the way. Basically, it tracks using the algorithm how often you remember something. If you don't remember it, it'll make it show up more often. And if you remember it, it'll put it farther back. It won't show up as often. And it's like a scientifically proven way of memorizing stuff really well. So I would just use Anki. I would prefer to use that than this flashcard app. I can also modify my flashcards wording or pictures or whatever to fit my needs. So like I said, there's already a tool out there, right? But I will say that this actually follows the I'm trying to find it right now. I can't find it. And I looked at,
I'm trying to look at it right now. I can't find it still.
I can't, that's how annoying it is to find this thing.
It's very deep inside there.
It's not obvious. I'm trying to remember what it was. Was it like in promotion? So I'm looking at the website now. So about us? No. It was committees, promotion board, forums. No. Judo rank valid. No. Information. Anti-official rank requirements. Okay. There's a promotion resources at the bottom of promotions. Requirements, records, and examiners. Okay. Here, information, background tells me I need background screening, safe sport, heads up.
But that's all for black.
Okay, so that's for all ranks, not just black belt. Oh wait, all current clear background check is required for all Dan ranks. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's junior ranks now. Okay, there's junior ranks on the yellow's not clickable. So there's no rank requirements here. Senior ranks. So senior ranks, there's time and grade, rank, minimum age, color. Click here for the exam. Okay, so I click here for the exam. Name, current rank. It shows up this PDF form, tells me how long I have to have time and grade. Still no techniques name yet. And then there's a bunch of test questions. Yeah. But no study form. Doesn't tell you what the correct answer is, by the way. So this is like for testing. Yeah. It's not a study form. Huh. Okay, and then judo vocabulary teacher, sitting on knees, there's no answers here until, let's see, was it here? Okay, so at the end there's a answer key for a grading sheet. But it seems like it's missing some of the. Anyway, it's not very clear. Let's just. So if you're listening to this, go to the USJA website and try and find the rank. Like, I'm sure it's there. It's just not very clear. So maybe just make that more clear instead of making an app, because even here on the app,
everyone wants an app. But that's the whole thing. Everyone wants an app now. Everyone just wants an app to download to look at stuff. I think it's overkill, personally. Like, we talked about that. But it's like everyone wants an app now. Everyone thinks you got to get an app for your phone for this, an app for your phone for that. It's like, dude, just go to the website and look at it. How about that?
Yeah. So, for example, that's technique of the day. So I'm going to the Let's Learn section, and I'm going to black belt, and there's a technique called so there's Kuchiki Taoshi. Let's say I don't know what that is. I click on it. No, but this is where.
I heard something. What was that?
Okay, so if I go to here, it actually has the voice thing that we talked about.
Okay.
Yeah, but on the technique, the technique video doesn't have that. But I can't click on this for it to show me the video. So I'd have to go back and using that broken search. I can't even type in Kuchiki right now because the search is broken. I type in K and it's janky basically.
All right, so how is it with its separation for belt ranks? Like, do I just click on yellow belt for stuff, orange belt for stuff? Are they putting it like, it's this for 10th Q, 9th Q and stuff?
Yeah, they have Let's Learn. They have yellow belt is Roku, and they list the stuff in order and tell you how to translate it, and you can add it to your study deck. But like I said, I can't click on a technique and have it go there. At least I haven't found a way. I'd have to go back and try and type it as fast as possible before the search hides my keyboard. So they didn't test this clearly, or at least they didn't test the search. So anyway, the app is janky. It's new. Maybe they're looking for feedback for people to fix it. This serves as feedback, but there are certain things that this has nothing to do with the app. It has to do with the the system because I never actually looked at the requirement system. But whoever wrote the promotion system, I probably shouldn't say this because I have my Sandan pending through them right now.
Well, I guess it ain't gonna go through now.
Yeah. It's not. I'll just use an example instead of saying what I think. What is minor outside dashing throw?
Minor outside. It's like a quiz. What am I? Who wants to be a millionaire? What is this right here? The Jeopardy? God damn. Minor
outside dashing throw. So according to the app, who is tied to the USJA requirements, is supposedly Kosotogake. But then when I look at the answer key, it says small outside hook. So
it could make more sense.
I don't know what a dashing action done with a leg is. I'm like, I've read most of the Kodokan books and I've never heard of dashing action. So I'd like to know if they can explain to me what a dashing action is. That's something I would learn. I'm not saying they're wrong, but tell me what it is, right? There are other stuff that I saw that was like not, like for example, Kibisu Gaishi heel trip. I don't like that translation.
Well, that is getting your own personal feelings that you don't like the way it is, you know? Should they just copy and paste it from the Kodokan's book and just bring it over?
Yeah, why not?
Oh my God.
I mean, that's the authority of judo, right?
I know exactly. Yes. Technically, you are right. I think it's hilarious, but yes, you are technically right.
And I mean, if you want to use like competitive only terms like drop say nage, for example, then say that, right? So I don't know. Now I understand why there's so much arguments and misinformation about classification of throws because I don't know who wrote this, but I'm sure the USJF and maybe not the USJF, but I'm sure like some of the other organizations have certain stuff like this too. Yeah. The
app has only been out. Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, other than that, there's also like typos on the app, which was why when I noticed the typos, I'm like, oh, this is probably not vibe coded because typos only happen when humans
do it.
Enter an error. Yeah.
Well, they say like we said, like they may be working out the bugs still. It's only the app's only been out as of right now. The app's only been out for about a week and a half. By the time this episode comes out, be out for like 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks and stuff. So, do you think we should give it? So, it's our first opinion right now. Should we wait and give it a second opinion later, see how it turns out, see if they fix this stuff, or see if they just forget it, set and forget it?
I don't think I'm the right demographic to ask about this. I was just telling my wife this. I'm like, I can totally see some like Zoomer kid. Like, I don't know how to install Anki. I want like to just install an app. Like you're laughing, but like I could not process this when I was talking to, you know how I don't like to buy games that have DRM on it. So you would buy it from this website called itch.io and it sends you an exe file to install an installer. For those who are old like us, who remember what an installer is. And I literally ran into kids that are like, I don't know how to install video games. I just buy it from Steam and click install. Like, they don't know how to open an installer. Click
I'm older school than you, man.
Choose the install path.
I hate installing games. I hate downloading games and shit. I want the disc. All right. It was sucks. I'm a PlayStation guy. And PlayStation can make disc no more. That's another reason I'm fucking pissed off. Okay. I can't get disc no more.
Anyway, I can see there are certain people that definitely would use this. Like Kodokan doesn't have an app. USJF doesn't have an app. But at the same time, I also know other developers out there, especially on Reddit, there are people out there who made something similar on a website, and I feel like this could have just been a website.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but it's like that's what I'm saying. It could just been a website, but people nowadays just want an app for some reason. They just think that the app is just easier and it's cooler, and it's just like
You can do what the IJF did and just wrap the website around an app.
It's like okay, this is kind of similar for us now. It's like Gym Desk. Okay, we use Gym Desk for a dojo. That's a wrapper too. Yeah. Like I have no problem using Gym Desk just on the website on my phone, you know? Yeah. But Gym Desk on my last phone insisted upon itself that I need to download the app. So I downloaded the app because I know, but it kept on being like, you want to install? I accidentally did it one time. Yeah. I did it one time. I downloaded it. I was like, there is nothing different from the app to the website.
No. When you install the app, it gives certain permissions to it. Like it can tell your location if you want to. It can also send you notifications. So a website doesn't provide that feature, but if you wrap an app around it, it gives like an app level access basically to the stuff. But I just personally, it's not for me. I'm sure other people would use it.
Well, it's also going back to again. One, I know it's just because we're older and stuff, but we're also black belts. We know this stuff already. All the stuff this is on here for, we don't need. A citrus color belt may need this. A brown belt may need
Let
this.
me put it this way.
Okay, go ahead.
If my student that's a white belt came up to ask me, how should I study this? I have a Word document that I just send them to.
I tell them just pay attention in class.
I wrote up a Word document that I send it to them, or I'll even print it out for them. I have a QR code on my phone. I'm like, here, yeah, this is what I want you to study off of, and then I link it to the Kodokan videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they want to know more about certain things, I'm like, read this book. This book is good. Like Toshiro Daigo's book, right? I actually don't recommend the Kodokan book because that's a different episode. I don't recommend the Kodokan book first. I actually recommend a Toshiro Daigo book or even the Canon of Judo book. Mm-hmm. If you can find a copy of it. But yeah, let's go back to the app.
Let's go back to it. Let's get back to what we're supposed to talk about here. So okay.
Yeah.
Would you? I already know what you're gonna say. Would you recommend this app for someone that just started doing judo? They just started. God damn it.
Yeah. Not getting my son done now, but
you're not gonna get it now. And in 3 years, I'm not gonna get my 5th.
They're gonna. I mean, like you said, it's new, so I don't want to like brush it off. But as of now, I would not recommend it. Mm-hmm. After I stop recording, I'm gonna uninstall the app. Obviously,
of course. Yeah.
But and disable that throwaway email I have. But I mean, they need to give me a reason to want to use it. So if I mean, don't you're asking me if I would recommend it, but you should really be asking, is there a need for it, right? I don't think there is. And if I were to think about it this way, like if I gave them one of those websites I've talked about, I'm not going to plug it because we're not sponsored, but
we're getting paid for that.
If I sent them like this other web app out there compared to the USJA, and I told the students to pick one, I'm pretty sure they're going to pick the one I linked, not the USJA app. But then that app's been around for a while. This one hasn't. So I just don't see the need for an app. I don't know why. I mean, if it's a passion project, I can totally see this being someone's passion project, and they're like, hey, I'll give this to USJA for free. But they also spent a lot of time recording those videos, so I don't know. Yeah,
I think with a good try, good idea, maybe not be the best in application so far, but maybe they're going to fix it, over time, get the bugs out.
I think there's better use of the resources. Like instead of recording these videos, they could have just recorded like how to run the class, for example.
That'd be more in the advanced version. That'd be in the black belt division.
Yeah, but there's a need for that. But anyway, yeah.
All right. So,
what are your thoughts on the app?
I've given my ideas about it.
Even if you
based off your idea
it,
and stuff, and what you talked about, and what I said, I've seen other apps. People have sent me these kind of things. I see why people want this and where the niche is for people to use this. But it's one of the things where, to me, if you just pay, like from a student standpoint, you just pay attention to what your sensei says, listen to them, and remember these things, you're going to, it's like how I learned, just how you learn and stuff. You don't need an app for this. Or just buy one of the Kodokan, not the Kodokan book, like it says too dense for some people. Or just buy a judo book. Like when I first started judo, I bought Best Judo, Yeah. That had a lot of the basic throws in there, so I learned some of the language and stuff. But it's like, you don't need technology all the time for certain things, but some people do. It's just a different lifestyle now. People want apps for every little thing.
Can we release this episode after my son done passes?
We got to record another episode before this. All right, we got to change the subject. Yeah. So we just go up all the way to the UFC fight, and then we're like, all right, guys, good episode. Hope we have a good weekend, all right? Peace out.
Anyway, let me know if you know what the dashing mechanic is. Seriously, like
it's a beautiful mechanic. It's dashing, all right. It's lovely. It's gorgeous, all right.
There's also what was I going to say? I lost track. Yeah. So other than the passion project, I'm not saying this is the case, but I will say my personal experience based off of people at my work. I work with people like this a lot. They like to do stuff like this to pad their resume. So we call it resume-driven development.
Yes.
So
I can absolutely see this. Someone's trying to get their 6th dan, it looks like, or 7th.
No, I'm not saying that's the case. I don't think writing an app like this is going to get your 6th dan, for example. But I'll give you an example. So I used to work with this guy, and we had a disagreement on what technology to use. He wanted to use this technology that is what everyone else is using. Is very popular. It's good. But for our particular use case, like for that project and the need for that project, it did not make sense. So I was like adamantly against it. And then while I was on vacation in Japan, he implemented that change into that technology. And then after I came back, everything freaking broke. Like the client was complaining, like, why is this not working? Like this, and now I'm like, oh, it's because I can't throw them under the bus, right?
Oh, yes, you can.
So, well, not to the client, because they don't care. But anyway, so I spent a year fixing it, and when shit hit the fan. Yeah. He actually left for a different job. So,
oh my God.
And I looked at his LinkedIn profile.
He added that thing.
He added that thing. He's like, oh, I migrated our thing to the most modern thing. I'm just like, you fucking asshole. So I was stuck there, like moving everything back to the old thing, to the way it worked. And he like because he was able to implement this thing and say like, I did this. And you see this a lot. Like, you ever notice like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Amazon, to a certain extent, even Amazon, but not really. Amazon is actually pretty good about keeping things the way they are. Or even Reddit, like they always change the UI just because they can. Or Google's like killing off services that people use and renaming things all the time.
Yeah.
That's resume driven development. Like the only way to get promoted, the only way to get promoted is to enact change and do some huge new initiative, right? And no one really gets good credit for maintaining old stuff that works, or improving old stuff that works, or using stuff that's the right tool for the right situation, basically. But that's my little rant from work. I'll probably edit it out. But I don't think that this is the case here. I actually think it's a passion project, mostly. So
I give it to them. They tried it. They did it. It may not work the best, like you're saying. But like I said, I've seen other develops, other apps similar to this. People send to me, say, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I always tell people, if you think this is going to help you get better in judo, remember things, and you think it's going to just grow your judo, I'm like, go ahead, try it out. But to me, you don't really need all this stuff. Just pay attention in class. All right. Just pay attention in class.
This, you know that meme? This could have been an email.
This could have been, yes, I know.
This could have been a website.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Go back to that. Like, does everything need to be a goddamn app? You know, this could have been a website. This could have been a page. All right. So, well, try it out, people.
Like most websites and most software, it has to be maintained. So we'll see in the upcoming years whether this is like, hey, we're done, and then it's just left the way it is, or whether they're actually add features into it or fix the search bar, maybe.
All right. So please, people, go out there, try this app. If you want to try it or not, let us know what you guys think of it. Let us know what your guys' review about it. See if your search bar works at all, works too slow, works too fast, if it's easy to find things, or what you guys think of the video. Try it out. Let us know what you guys think of it. Let us know if you think that's something that people need, that there's actually fulfilling something for you out there, okay? Is there anything else?
I'm sure someone's going to use it. Like
someone is.
To be clear, I think overall it's a positive thing. It's not negative. It's better to have this than not. But it would also be nice if you fixed the website. But I also know why they won't fix the website. So,
all right. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Anthony?
No.
All right. So with that, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me, the Jerry_Juan on Instagram. You can follow Anthony on Instagram. You can follow Tatami Talk itself on Instagram. You want us to look at things, test stuff out, look at videos and all that, send it to us at tatamitalk@gmail.com. You want to see Anthony's stuff, his videos, his mostly his written paper and stuff. You can go to the website, Tatami Talk, at tatamitalk.com. I was like, Tatami Talk at tatamitalk.com. No, it's just one Tatami Talk.
Well,
all right.
I think we actually have an email set up there. Tatami at Tatami Talk. Tatami Talk at tatamitalk.com.
Something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of Tatami Talks, all right? The OG Tatami Talk, the original Tatami Talk. We're here, all right? Is there anything else, Anthony? Anything I'm forgetting?
No.
No? All right. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe one more time. Please, please, please. All right? We're trying to do some shit. All right? And with that, please don't forget to
download the JudoPedia app and try it out and let us know how it is. And slap the mat.